Welcome to this introduction of eXp Realty, the platform that offers the most important and lucrative opportunity for real estate professionals in our lifetimes. Started in 2009 in the state of Washington, eXp Realty now operates in every state in America, Canada, United Kingdom, and Australia, and is the fastest growing real estate brokerage in history ×3 with over 35,000 agents across the globe. Now, that growth is only going to skyrocket with the announcement of openings in Mexico, Portugal, France, South Africa, and India. So why is this growth such an important thing? Number one, there's opportunity for the agents in terms of how fast and where eXp Realty grows. So we will get into how our platform repositions our agents to benefit from that growth. But you also have to ask yourself, why is this happening? How is this organic growth happening for a real estate company? Well, before we dive into our platform and why it is so attractive to high-producing real estate agents, teams, and brokerages, let's take one step back and look at the traditional model of real estate. This is how real estate's been getting done since 1908, essentially with the birth of the Coldwell Banker process. And we all know that this is the way it works because this is what most agents are still working with at their current brokerage. And it all starts with either a franchise or a boutique company owner. Then you could have some regional owners if it's a franchise and franchise owners. But in either dynamic, you're definitely going to have managing brokers, some support staff, and some overhead. At the bottom of this totem pole is the real estate agent. But ask yourself, who is the only one party in this entire dynamic that actually brings revenue to a real estate brokerage? And of course, it's the real estate agent. When we go out there and with our own marketing dollars, our time, our effort, our energy, produce real estate transactions, either through our splits, through our franchise fees, through our flat fees, we bring revenue to the real estate company. And that money flows up and away from the agent, never to be seen again, to pay for all these other parties, to make sure that they have earnings. And then, of course, to pay for some of these really big brick and mortar buildings that we operate from. But at the end of the day, the agent is the only party to actually bring in that revenue to a company. eXp Realty looked at this model and decided, you know, there's a better way. By eliminating all of this other stuff, all this other fluff, we've repositioned our real estate agents to have a quasi-ownership opportunity in the brokerage. So eXp Realty, operating more like a servicing company, will allow our agents through our technology to not only build their equity position through our publicly traded stocks, but also participate in the revenues earned by the company, which we'll dive into in a moment. So I just want you to understand, as I show you the platform of eXp Realty, know that it is not an apples to apples comparison to any other real estate brokerage that exists. eXp Realty is an orange. Now, to set the foundation and help everyone understand some of the basics, I'm going to give you more of that apples to apples comparison to start, but then we're going to show you how we are vastly different and why this platform is the most lucrative opportunity for an agent out there. So at eXp Realty, to transition to our company and have that agent ownership role, it's $149 to start. Every single one of our agents is on an 80-20 split with a $16,000 cap. If you're not familiar with a cap, it's not a cap on you, it's a cap on the company, meaning with your 80-20 split, this 20% that goes towards company dollar, when that hits $16,000, the company becomes capped. You as the agent immediately transition to a 100% model with a flat fee of $250 per deal. Now, your cap is resetting annually, so every year you have the opportunity to cap, go to 100% with that flat fee. All of our agents pay $85 a month at eXp Realty, and I'm going to show you the incredible technology package that covers what this $85 is spent on. And then when you close a transaction, there's a $25 broker review fee and a $40 risk management fee, also known as E&O insurance. So just to give you an idea of what this looks like, if an agent only closed 2 deals a year, they're only going to pay $80 in E&O. If it's a rock star that's closing 200 deals in a single year, they're only going to pay $500 in E&O. So because there's a cap, that just simply means the maximum that they could pay in E&O insurance. So those are the apples to apples fundamentals. But as I promised, we're in orange. So at eXp Realty, when I said our agents have an equity position that they can grow and have an ownership stake in the company, that wasn't a cute slogan. And here's how it works. Through our publicly traded stocks on the NASDAQ, our stock ticker is EXPI, by just simply doing what agents should do, go out there and sell real estate at a high level, you get to earn those publicly traded stocks. So every year when you close your very first transaction of the year, the company is going to award you shares of stock. When you cap, meaning you go from your 80-20 and you transition to the 100% model for the rest of the year, as a congratulations, the company is going to award you more shares of stock. And if you referred an agent to eXp Realty because this company is absolutely amazing, when they close their very first deal with eXp Realty, the company, as a thank you, is going to award you more shares of stock. Our Icon Agent Award is second to none in the industry. Our Icon agents are our top performing real estate professionals. They are the agents who not only cap, but in the same year close another minimum of 20 transactions. Those agents get their $16,000 cap that they paid into the company back to them in the form of the company stock. So essentially our Icon agents pay nothing when they become icons. Their cap gets given back to them in the form of stock. We also have our agent equity program. Now, this is a favorite, and I'm sure a lot of you guys will understand who maybe have paid a franchise fee in the past. But the way this program works, it's optional, meaning you can do it, not do it, start it, stop it whenever you want. But our agent equity program operates this way, where you could take 5% of your commission dollars and buy the company stock at a 10% discount. Now, I used to work for a company that had a franchise fee. I got so accustomed to paying every transaction money that went to who knows whose family, whoever owned the franchise, I suppose. But here at eXp Realty, because that's something that I'm accustomed to, it makes perfect sense for me to reinvest 5% of my commission dollars, get a discount on our company stock, so I'm building something for me and my family. And that's something you can choose to do here as well. Again, not required. That program is completely optional. The main event for most agents, though, when they look at our platform, is the revenue share platform that we offer. And this is essentially a compensation for contribution model. And the way it works is this. We looked at how company flows in the old way of doing real estate. Well, in our new platform, because our agents are repositioned and because we have a $16,000 cap, that company dollar is what fuels the revenue share plan here at eXp Realty. So here's how it works. If you're here at eXp Realty and you referred another agent to the company, you will forever begin to earn 3.5% gross commission, not out of the agent's pocket, but out of the company dollar from that agent's production. Now, there is a cap of $2,800 annually, and that's simply because when the agent caps and goes from the 80-20 split to 100%, that means the company is no longer bringing in revenue, and no revenue in means no revenue to share. The great news is when the agent's cap resets the next year, you will again start earning 3.5% gross commission on their volume until they cap. And this will happen year after year as long as you and the agent remain here at eXp Realty. So to give you a real life perspective, if you knew an agent named John, said, John, come check out eXp Realty. He makes the move. His first transaction is a $300,000 sale with a commission of $9,000. The very next month, on the 22nd of the month, you are going to get a direct deposit, cash, in your bank account for $315 in this example. That's 3.5% gross commission because of that transaction. And you're going to get paid every time John closes a deal until he caps. And then when his cap resets the next year, on and on we go again. Now, the real power in our revenue share plan is that it is a cascading model. What does that mean? Well, number one, it is completely your prerogative as to how many agents you refer to eXp Realty. It could be 0, it could be 10, it could be 1,000. It's your prerogative. In our example here, we still have John, and then maybe you've referred 4 others over. And this could be over the course of, I don't know, 3 weeks, 3 years. Again, completely up to you. But at some point, if John decided, hey, I really love that revenue share that you receive when we close transactions, I'd like some of that as well. If John goes out and talks to a couple of great agents that he knows, they make the move over to eXp Realty, you will now be able to earn up to $3,200 per agent on essentially as your second tier, and you'll still earn up to $2,800 for every agent that you personally referred over to eXp Realty. And this cascading model goes all the way down to 7 tiers. Now, this matrix and revenue share in general for some agents can be confusing. Why? Simply because our industry has done such an incredible job of making sure that we don't focus on company dollar, that we only look at our splits. Go get a good split is what they've always told us, right? Why don't they talk about company dollar? Well, it's simple. It's because they're not going to give you any. It's because they're not going to allow you to participate in that company dollar. So why even tell you about it? But I'll keep it simple with this matrix. This is a compensation for contribution model, which means the more you help this company grow, the more you will be able to earn in the revenue share platform. Now, let's look at how this could play out in a more real life perspective. So again, over the course of 3 months, 3 weeks, 3 years, your prerogative. If you were to invite 5 agents, and in our example here, we're going to assume everyone caps. In real life, does everyone cap? Not necessarily, but in our example, everyone caps. But if you referred 5 agents who are all cappers, you could earn up to $2,800 per agent times 5 is $14,000 in revenue share annually. So that's a $14,000 annual leveraged income. Now, if we help those 5 just replicate what you did and they each brought 5 of their own, then you would have 25 agents existing on your tier 2. Earning up to $3,200 per agent, that's another $80,000 in revenue share. So what I'm showing you here is by you essentially just talking to 5 agents who could replicate, you could start to earn a $94,000 annual leveraged income. And we haven't even talked about tiers 3, 4, 5, 6, or 7. Let's kick it up a notch, because for people to even earn $94,000 annually as a leveraged income, that would be the equivalent of having $1.56 million in the bank earning a 6% interest, which is pretty much almost impossible to find. But for more importantly, in our industry, most agents are not on track to have a real estate business allowing them to stockpile $1.56 million even throughout their entire career. I just showed you how to do it here at eXp Realty in a very simple way, by instead of focusing on how to leverage the income through our revenue share model. But let's say you were able to bring, in fact, 10 agents over to eXp Realty. Again, in our example here, everyone caps. But if you brought 10, that means 2,800 times 10 is 28,000. If we help them duplicate what you did, that would be another 100 agents on your second tier, meaning another $320,000 annually in revenue share. So what I'm showing you here is $348,000 as an annual leveraged income. Again, not even getting into tiers 3, 4, 5, 6, or 7. So sometimes agents will look at this and go, holy smokes, where is this money coming from? It's the same money you're paying your brokerages right now. Again, the difference is they're not sharing any with you. At eXp Realty, we uncover that veil. We want you to understand company dollar. It's transparent because now you are a party who gets to participate in it. So at eXp Realty, we believe our value proposition is such that it's literally financially irresponsible for agents or brokers to hang their license anywhere else. And I'll tell you, eXp Realty, again, is not an apple-to-apple comparison. It's an orange. And really, the conduit to all of this opportunity has been our technology, our cloud-based office. And when people hear cloud-based office, they go, oh, I get it. You just don't have any offices. And I'm here to tell you, no, that's wrong. We have an office. The difference is our office exists in the cloud, and I can access it from anywhere I'm at in the world as long as I have an internet connection. I'm also here to tell you that our cloud-based office is far superior to any brick and mortar office that's out there. And here's why. We have the ability to collaborate on a whole new level with amazing training, up to 50 hours a week in live training. We have over 500 full-time support staff there to help our agents 5 days a week for 11 hours a day. We also have all of the specialized departments and ways for agents to collaborate regardless of where they are, not only in the United States, but in the world. So this is how our cloud-based environment has allowed us to level up when it comes to leveraging training, support, our ability to collaborate, and ultimately our ability to sell more real estate because of our autonomy and because of our fluidity in terms of leveraging skill sets, selling more real estate. I mentioned the 50 plus hours of live training every single week. And these are topics that are not only important to the industry in real time, meaning how to generate more leads, social media, masterminding with other agents, but it's also training that is provided not by someone who hasn't sold real estate in the last 10 years, but by our top performing realtors across the world. That's who's teaching in our cloud-based office. But I get it. Some agents say, man, that all is incredible, but I need a place to go. I need a physical office, either to get some calls done or to meet a client. And what eXp Realty did was absolutely brilliant. I'm sure you guys are all familiar with a phone app called Uber or Lyft that completely changed the way that we leverage taxi services here in the United States. And I'm sure you know this, but when Uber was growing, they literally owned 0 vehicles. They had no fleet. Instead, what they did is leveraged other people's vehicles. eXp Realty, when it comes to office space, did something similar. We have partnered with Regus. If you're not familiar, Regus is a global conglomerate of temporary workspaces. But the beauty is, Regus has buildings all over the globe, and tons of them here in every metropolitan area, as well as all of your suburbs. So our agents get an executive membership to Regus. We can walk into any one of those buildings, show them our membership, and they'll say, come on in and use any of our common area for work. We can grab a cup of coffee there. If we need to leverage a private office, maybe even one that you stay in every single day, or a boardroom, yes, it would come at the agent cost, but we get to leverage any of these buildings anywhere we want. So understand how that could take your real estate sales even to a new level. If you're taking an incredible listing somewhere outside of your neighborhood, you might be able to tell a seller who says, well, I'm looking for a local agent. You just tell them what address to meet them at, and it's going to be close proximity to their home, and see how your real estate ability to convert listings goes through the roof. Now, let's talk about some of the other value and benefits that our agents get because of our cloud-based office. Remember, when we're not spending a ton of money on all these expensive leases and huge buildings, there's a lot of money left over. Here's how eXp Realty, again, operating more like a servicing company for the agent, has reinvested in our agents. And I want you to understand, the proof is in the pudding. Our production speaks for itself. These are some of the accolades from the industry in terms of how eXp Realty agents are performing on really high levels. It all starts with our CRM and lead generation. If you're not familiar, KV Core or Conversion is one of the best CRM and front-end websites that the industry offers. Now, it's not exclusive to eXp Realty. You could go get this system right now on your own, but it's going to cost you about a $1,200 setup fee and more than $550 a month. At eXp Realty, it's part of your $85 a month that you spend, and that's it. You get that same system. We also provide SkySlope. If we're going to help you level up on your production, we need to make sure that you have one of the most efficient systems so that you can manage your transactions, which is SkySlope, which includes a digital signer for you as well. Our company intranet is Workplace by Facebook. This is an incredible place not only to get a ton of shareable marketing ideas, but as well as to tap into all of the referral networks that we have that are extremely active on a daily basis. We have all the marketing and branding that you could ever want to get your hands on with a touch of a button, as well as a very agent-centric approach to marketing, meaning we want you and your brand to stand out. People do business with you because they like you, they trust you, and they want to work with you, not necessarily the brand in which you hang your license. So we want to make sure all of our marketing is very agent-centric. And then, of course, we have our proprietary software called eXp Enterprise. eXp Enterprise is essentially a CFO report for real estate agents. Every one of the agents that I've ever coached with, or that have ever taken coaching from anyone else, they know to really up their game in the real estate industry, they need to treat it like a business. And every coach is going to tell you, you have to track your numbers. eXp Enterprise essentially tracks all of those metrics for you. So you can know in real time what your sales volume is, number of deals, even all the way down to how much you've spent year to date, all provided for inside of eXp Enterprise. So we know that innovation is changing everything. And let me ask you guys, if at the time Netflix was coming online, you knew about it and knew what it would become, would you own a Blockbuster? If you knew where Amazon was going before it got there, would you go and try and buy a Circuit City? Right now, you know where eXp Realty is going because that proof is in the pudding and we're already becoming that massive global real estate brokerage. It's time now for agents to really understand where everything's going and position themselves, because the massive growth of this company is only beginning, and this is your chance to position yourself to really be ahead of all of that change and growth. So if you know where eXp Realty is going, would you ever want to go and rent again from any of the other brokerages? Now, with our expansion team, because eXp Realty in and of itself as a company is the place to be. But like anywhere, who you are in business with matters. And with our expansion group, we take production to a whole new level. So these are some of the tools that we provide above and beyond eXp Realty, all starting with our exclusive onboarding specialist. This is someone who will help a real estate professional take their real estate business and seamlessly transition into eXp Realty, making sure that they can immediately integrate all the tools, plug into the training, leverage our growth systems, and launch some of the coaching that we offer to our agents specific to our group. They'll also make sure that you're fully integrated into our exclusive team suite. So separate from the entire eXp cloud-based office, our group has built out an exclusive team suite for all of our agents to enjoy and leverage. Why is that so important? Because in our team suite, we have 17 real estate coaches available weekly for you to train with, one-on-one coach with, all specifically predicated on helping our agents grow in terms of lead generation, production, with a massive focus on building listing inventory. And how do we do it? With very specified ways in which we niche out database SOI marketing for sale by owner, expireds, investors, builders, even bank-owned properties, and how to really leverage relationships with divorce and probate attorneys. So our coaches are very specific in how we're helping our agents grow their real estate business. And rest assured, our group with this exclusive office within eXp Realty is also among the top 0.1% in our ability to grow within eXp Realty. So this is one of the top groups in the entire company when it comes to how to grow, not only in production, but in that team building aspect of it as well. So we know that joining our group is really imperative for agents to not only leverage all that eXp has to offer, but then to integrate it so they get the results, they get the growth, and they really start to up their income. And I'll share this with you. Everyone knows this story now. In 2004, Mark Zuckerberg invited 5 people to his dorm room to talk about that quote unquote business opportunity, which was Facebook, but only 2 showed up. Dustin Moskovich, now worth $12.7 billion. Eduardo Severin, now worth $9.64 billion. What a painful mistake for those other three. But what I'm here to tell you now is that when it comes to the real estate business, when it comes to real estate professionals, we are back in the 2004 opportunity right now. And this is your chance to come into this growth model where you can really leverage not only how to grow your real estate production, but to really leverage having that ownership aspect in your real estate business to grow something special. So what I'm going to leave you with is there's nothing more expensive than a closed mind. This change is coming, and you can still be a part of the early adaptive growth because this wave is going to come. So what I'll share with you is this: get with whoever invited you to watch this presentation, and definitely feel free to learn more at explore.exprealty.com. Thank you for watching. Looking forward to answering your questions, and I will see you not only at eXp Realty, but in our exclusive team suite where we can help you grow your business.